Hey, 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 welcome to the second episode of Hustle and Heir. Today, we're going to be talking about goals. Are you a goal digger or nah? Like, where do you sit on the totem pole? Myself, it's been a crazy year. I've been trying to figure out, can I knock these goals out? I set some stuff for myself early January 2019. And I thought I was going to be superwoman and bang them all out. But you really need to just take a moment, step back, and pick and choose a few things that you can actually action. So one of the biggest goals I think I'd like to say I set for myself this year. Let me think. Just really, bringing my finances up to where I want them to be. And a lot of times we struggle with this, not knowing where to invest, understanding mutual funds, understanding, how to grow what we have already and looking for external ways to make things happen. So one thing I'm very proud of this year, and I have to share with you, Mimi, is my credit score went up, girl. Yes. Way up. That's what I like to say. You know how we get down. You got to celebrate everything. You got to celebrate all your triumphs, because trust me, it's not easy. And we understand with everything you have going on in life, with everything that's going on in the world, it's always great to celebrate your wins. So Mimi, what about yourself? What do you think is one thing that you really set out to do this year that you accomplished?
I haven't really planned and put to paper things in the past.
Right.
And in my head, I always pick a goal that I'm like, okay, this is what I want to accomplish this year. But going into 2019, something that I set for myself was I wanted 2019 to be intentional and purposeful.
Yes.
I wanted everything that I did to have a really good reason behind it. So what I did, was get some of my girlfriends together. You were there too.
Yes, I was.
And we talked about some of the things that we wanted to accomplish in 2019, and we put them to paper in a form of a vision board, and that really helped form 2019 for me.
I really love that idea, by the way. We should do that again for 2020.
Totally do it again. No, absolutely. And actually, something that I really wanted to accomplish, I moved into my place, the first place that I've ever lived in on my own.
Ooh,
it was exciting and scary, but we doing big things over here.
Big pimpin', spending cheese.
So, you were there, January 2019.
Sorry for myself.
Did I have any furniture?
Girl.
It was a little sparse up in there.
The haystacks were running through rampant in that place.
It was sparse.
I can see the front from the back and the back to the front from the stairs.
It was sparse. But you know what? I gotta say that it don't look like that no more.
Listen.
It don't look like that
You turned that around.
It looks good.
You made it happen. It's like HGTV came in and did a number in there.
Actual fact. It actually sometimes it feels like I'm like, whose house? That's my house.
Yours, right?
Mine.
That's it.
Yes. So I feel super great about that.
That's amazing.
Yeah. And it's always great to see things come to fruition, no matter how small it is or no matter how big it is.
Absolutely.
Process is progress.
Exactly. I love that. We got to take that into 2020. Process is progress. Always remember that, guys, because I feel like sometimes we get so lost in the process that we do not realize that it takes the process to get to the progress. And, even though I think we've had a pretty great year.
It's been good.
Name, what do you think?
No, it's been good.
Yeah.
I can't complain.
Yeah, I think.
Honestly, to God be the glory.
Amen.
Because I also got a new car.
Won't he do it?
Won't he, though?
Well,
you know what?
Talking about new cars, girl. Guess who else got a new car?
Speak on it.
Won't he do it?
Won't he do it?
I think, you know what? It's been huge getting back onto the road. I think for me, it's been a long time coming. Very excited about that. Got me a new little, pretty little thing.
Little whip.
Little whip, you know what I mean? Just whipping around the city all of a sudden now, you know?
See me rolling.
I love it. So yeah, that's that was also exciting for 2019. Thank you.
That's
Thank
huge.
you. Thank you.
So
I know.
happy for you.
Little baby steps.
Process is progress.
Exactly. That's
here.
we got to remember that.
Making that movement.
Making moves every day.
Yeah.
Even no matter how big or how small, we made a move. We took a step.
Listen,
that's all that matters.
It still counts.
So what do you guys think? Tell us in the comments. Are you a goal digger? And what is that going to look for you like in 2020 and beyond? And what are some of the things that you're thinking about? Are you thinking about investing? Are you thinking about love and relationships? Are you thinking about having children? Tell us what's on your mind.
What's happening?
Yeah.
We want to know.
We want to know.
We want to connect.
For sure.
We want to connect.
So of course, with the highs, there also comes the lows. So with that, there's obviously some things that we want to maybe try and hit out of the park for 2020.
Yes.
That didn't make it with us for 2019. So I think one thing that stands out for me would probably be wanting to get an investment property. So that's really been on my radar. And unfortunately, although my credit score went way up, like we talked about earlier, it's process, right? So in that process, the progress is getting the investment property. So I'm definitely looking at something like that for 2020 and keeping my eye out for interesting opportunities and seminars and just, places you can go and soak up information.
Just
so
learn it.
Yeah,
Glean it.
Exactly. Just
And share it.
Exactly.
Bring it back to us.
Absolutely.
Sis. Let us know.
You know me already.
Let us,
I'm gonna bring it back in.
Thanks for
I'm
dropping
gonna
that
share.
Yes.
I'm gonna trickle it around.
Yes.
Just spread it around like like butter.
Spread that knowledge.
Yes. Like shea butter.
Spread it.
So yeah, I mean, really looking forward to what 2020 has to bring. Meme, of course, I know you've got some stuff up your sleeve for 2020. Tell us about it.
Listen, sometimes I think, especially when you're really focused on the end result, like myself, I'm very focused on the end result.
Yeah,
I get
a lot
very
of us are.
Right?
Yeah.
It can be really discouraging
Absolutely.
when things don't work out the way that I want them to or the way that I intended them to. And actually, speaking of property, it's funny that you mentioned that. One of the goals that I had for 2019 was to really prep for ownership.
I like that word. I like prep.
Yes. Yeah. No, thank you. I want to own a property, a condo. And, I'm not quite there yet. And I did. I got very, very discouraged. And I wish I hadn't gotten so discouraged because I set myself back.
Yeah.
Right? Because I took my eyes off the long-term goal and I was more focused on the short-term goal.
And that happens to us sometimes.
It does.
You just got to stay the course, right?
I found it really challenging. I'm having too much fun out here. I need to slow down.
She's from Halifax, y'all. So, sidebar. We both know that, as a Torontonian, like the small city coming to the big city, she's having a lot of fun.
These wings out here have spread. But I need to bring them in. I need to reel them in a little bit. I need to reel it back.
Tighten them up a little bit.
Just bring it back. So I need to really refocus on my priorities for 2020 as it relates to home ownership.
Awesome. That's great. That's important for the people to know that, even though there are some setbacks, you take a moment and you step away, you regroup, you come back, full of energy, still very focused on, what you're hoping to accomplish. And, sky's the limit, as I like to say.
The sky's the limit.
Right?
But you know what, though? Like, sometimes just being honest with yourself and having that conversation. And, I also believe in accountability.
I agree.
I'm really fortunate to have a great group of people, that are going to be able to encourage me in this journey. And, I get to look at you know, yourself as an example is a homeowner. I have other friends who are homeowners as well. And having like that network of people who are where I want to be has been really encouraging. Because it's
great.
possible.
Of course.
We can do it.
We can do anything.
We could do it.
Anything we set our minds to. Remember, we are queens.
Yes.
And this is how queens step into their destiny, like we will continue to talk about all year.
Yeah, absolutely.
So very happy that we could share this tidbit of information with you about, you know, our goals, being gold diggers. Don't be afraid to be all of these things, none of these things, some of these things at different parts of your journey, different times of the year. And, you know, do what feels comfortable to you.
Yeah,
right?
absolutely.
Let's do it.
So have you set any goals for 2020? Like what are you thinking? What are you going to kill next year?
Well, I mean, first and foremost, I think one big thing for me is I would love to, you know, work on getting that investment property. I think that's major for me.
Yeah.
And I think that's a long-term goal. That's a 12-month step process.
Yeah, that's fair.
And I understand that. And so, you know, some of the short-term things I think for me would be just renos in my current home. I mean, I'm starting off with, and it's our little secret, guys, but I'm starting off with, you know, completely redoing my laundry room.
Ooh,
yes.
So exciting.
Yes. And then possibly moving, you know, I'm going to turn this place to an HGTV television show by the time I'm done with it.
Martha Stewart be like,
yes.
I need some inspiration.
Right?
Let me come to your place, boo.
Exactly. Come film a show or two in here. By the time I'm done. So I'm thinking about color schemes and, you know, look and feel. And, you know, those are some of the things I love. I think beyond, you know, being able to, being somebody who's able to kind of take color and take mood and take what you're thinking and feeling and turn it into clothing and turn it into something you'll love or turn it into fashion or turn it into decor has always been like a, you know, pseudo love of mine. I think one other thing I really, really want to build on is my style, my personal style.
You've got great style.
Thank you.
You
Thank
have
you.
You can do things
Stop
that
it.
I'm no really.
I'm blushing.
Sometimes I look at something. You'll send me a picture, and I'm like,
I know.
how's this gonna work though?
I know.
But then you do it.
I do this all the time.
You nail it, and
Well-
then I'm like, okay, you did that.
Well, you know,
Yes.
I think I see the vision.
You can
of
see the big
complete
picture. Yes, you absolutely do.
I see the complete picture, even when it's just like, it could just be a pair of boots. And I'm like, I've got the picture. I just need the rest of the stuff to kind of complement everything.
Yeah.
So just focusing on that, you know, doing great at my job and, you know, elevating that element as well and kind of doing more and having more responsibilities, I think is what I'm focusing on. And just being more visible at work, I think is huge too.
Yeah, especially as a minority.
Yeah.
Like building that social capital
Exactly.
in your organization is so critical.
Exactly. That's what I think I'm working on and more on for 2020. I mean, of course, I think a lot of ladies can probably relate. Sometimes when we get into positions of authority, being a minority you become a solo. You know what I mean? You become the face. So to speak.
Yeah.
So it can be challenging sometimes, but some of the things that are challenging is the things that I step into with grace.
Yes.
And
if
say,
he brings you to it, he will see you
through it. Yes, girl.
Yes, honey. Won't he do it?
So those are the things I think I'm focusing on. Awesome. What do you got going on for 2020?
Well, listen. Speaking of elevating, I'm all about leveling up for 2020.
Here we
as
go.
well, okay?
Here we go.
And you know, I think you've hit some of the points that I kind of want to focus on as well. I think professionally, I want to there are more things that I want to tackle professionally. I have to sit down and think about it a little bit more, but I certainly want to level up professionally.
Ooh.
As an entrepreneur, that is my focus, you know, going into 2020.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah, it's super exciting. I think, you know, once you've been bitten by the entrepreneurship bug,
It's hard to go back.
listen.
It's so hard.
And it's such a great educational playground.
It is.
Like the
It
things that
is.
you learn, it's
It
like you
is.
stretch your mind in different ways
I
in different
agree.
areas.
Yep.
And you know, we're excited to be talking about entrepreneurship and, you know, upcoming episodes, but I think one of the biggest challenges is managing my time effectively.
Yeah.
So that's something that I really want to focus on in 2020.
That's awesome. That's
Yeah.
awesome. I love that.
Yeah.
I mean, just on to your point, like entrepreneurship makes you stretch your mind beyond what you thought
Absolutely.
you could where you could go.
Yeah.
Is so pivotal. I think you got to know a bit of everything.
Yeah.
It's like the true jack of all trades.
Yes.
Or Jill of all trades. We don't want to forget about our ladies, right?
Absolutely. We're boss babing out
Boss
here.
babing out here, up and down.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, I definitely think those are great things to think about for 2020. And, you know, like we said before, share with us. Tell us what you think. Tell us how you're feeling. Tell us if you'd like us to host a
career coach.
A career coach.
We could have that
Yeah.
session.
Or even a vision board session. We'd
vision
love
board
to meet some of you great Hustle and Air fans.
Yes.
You know, we can hang out, have some wine,
Yes.
chit chat. So tell us how you feel. Tell us what you're thinking.
Super excited.
Yeah.
This has been amazing.
Yeah.
We are super excited for 2020. Excited to go on this journey with you. Thanks for listening. We're glad that you were able to share this time with us. Leave us a great review. Share this podcast.
Share.
Tell everyone.
Tell everyone.
Run and tell them.
Run and tell them. And let's not forget, our podcast is currently available on Apple, Spotify, and SoundCloud. Honestly, this has been a great show, guys. We can't wait to talk to you again next time. Peace out.
That was so fun.
That was really
You were great.
You know what? No, you were great. No, stop it.
You're
like
the
you
best.
did this.
Listen.
We did this.
Yes.